Hi, guys. It's me, your girl, Chris. Welcome to another episode of Shenanigans with Friends. Listen, I know that I told you guys initially I needed a couple days to finish some nail sets, and I actually did. But then, like, honestly, y'all, I'm saying a lot of y'all. I've like my life in the last like year has gotten so much more busier, and not even like I don't even know how to express it. It doesn't even feel like I mean, I guess it feels like I'm doing a little bit more, but really, y'all, it just feels like it's not enough hours in a day anymore. But I am really going to start like becoming more disciplined. So just bear with me, y'all. I'm just trying to fit everything into my life, like, because it's all important to me, but I'm just trying to fit it where it can fit in. Yeah, man, I might be starting another job, actually my old job again. So I just don't know what's happening, but I'm here now. I'm about to release this once I fucking record it because I know that you guys have been waiting. And some of my friends, y'all are like so nice and sweet. Y'all just like continue to have like regular conversations with me when I know that y'all want to be like, bitch, get off of the text message and do what I'm asking you to do. I know. Anyway, thank you guys for hanging in there and waiting because you know it was gonna come back. Like I literally love talking to myself. So, welcome to all the new people. Thanks for being here. I actually even debated going on camera this week. The reason why, okay, I'm gonna be super transparent with y'all. Couple things. Number one, I'm a little sniffly. I went out on Friday and they say hoes don't get cold, but obviously I'm not a hoe because I was freezing and I woke up the next day like very sick. So yeah, don't do that. Like I'm too old for that, right? Anyway, so um, so I'm a little sniffly, but then like also y'all, I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I have like gained weight that I am not super comfortable with. So I don't really like this is kind of intimidating, like having to like look at myself and stuff like that. So just bear with me. If you guys follow me on IG, you probably could kind of tell because like I don't really be posting selfies no more. And it's not like it's not like a big deal because like it's not like I can't fit any of my clothes or anything like that. It's just that my clothes are fitting differently and that makes me feel differently. So yeah. So that's also why I kind of debated it whether or not I was gonna get on camera or not. Just because like I'm trying to like I don't know, just trying to fix some stuff. And this is just me guys being really transparent with y'all. Cause I know that in the past, like I've kind of when big things happen to me, I kind of try to like let you guys in on it. But I just noticed that like um, I think it helps if I'm a little bit more transparent with y'all. I think that it makes us closer. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's happening with me. So what I've done, I went to a kickboxing class. I'm exercising, not probably as much as I would like to, but just as much as like my mood and like time allows me to. So doing that, drastically, just like what's so funny about me is like I really don't diet, right? But like I can just drastically cut something out of my like diet, like no problem. So kind of like really being careful on breads and stuff like that. And just um obviously like I have like a Skittles addiction, so you gotta stop those. Um no soda, because that's really hard, especially when I'm at work, because it's something easy I could just, grab. Um but like yeah, so I was just like cut some stuff out, trying to get more sleep when I can, and just overall just trying to feel better so I could look better to myself, like because nobody else is complaining. Like the boyfriend literally I was pretending that I was like upset with him. I was like, damn, like you're the only person in the whole world that like knows how heavy I am, and like you didn't even tell me, like so But yeah, so that's what I'm going through. On top of just my schedule just being kind of like really crazy. I hope that you guys are all doing well. I do have some fucking catching up to do on podcasts, so please charge it to my schedule and not my heart. But yeah, man, all right, that's enough. 4.5 minutes of like getting to know where the fuck I've been is enough, right? But anyway, the nail thing is going awesome. Um, yeah, man, this like old job prospect came up, which is fucking crazy because like it's just fucking crazy. So I'm probably gonna take that. Um, and also still try to juggle my arena job. So we'll see how everything goes. But y'all wish me luck. Also, guys, I'm like not about to buy a house, but like I'm finally starting the process to like educate myself, do a couple like things on my credit. Like I'm really over here like trying to become a grown up and y'all don't even see it. But holds, okay? Please stay tuned because I'm gonna be a whole ass grown up real soon. Anyway, so anyway, I'm glad to be back. And I'm actually recording this right before I gotta go get my kid. Like this is what I'm talking about. I'll tell you my schedule. I'm literally squeezing this in to a part of my day. So we're gonna run this through and get this over with. I used to be able to like have a whole day to like edit and all stuff like that. Not no more. But anyway. Deep breath and let's go. All right, so I got some stories for you guys. I also want y'all to know, and let me put this weed out. That's what it is, y'all. It's the weed, and it's making me just like have run-on sentences. It's bad enough that I'm a Gemini, and I be like thinking about like 10,000 things at once. So let me slow down. Okay, so when I don't record for you guys, like, and y'all don't get a new episode, like, never think that I'm just out here just like living my life like shenanigans free. Like I'm always screenshotting a fucking article or like when I get up in the morning, I read the fucking news. Like it's not newspaper for me. Like I use Google, I use Smart News, and I run through those things and I find things that are interesting to me. So like never think that when I don't give y'all an episode that I'm not out here screenshotting for filth, okay? Because I am. Because I am. Okay, so with that being said, this episode, 157, is kind of like a blend of all the things that I've been catching since the last time that you guys saw me. So if you've heard, and so that's the thing about my show is I really like, I challenge you to like really tell me an episode that I gave y'all that I'm talking about stuff that everybody else is talking about. I really pride myself on trying to like be different like that so that even if I do bring y'all something that's like a little bit older, y'all still haven't heard of it because these niggas ain't talking about that shit. You feel me? Okay, cool. All right, let's go. So, I don't see this is okay. And then also having so many podcasts, I really sometimes forget about all the things that I've talked about. But I don't know if I feel like I should just go through my notes. I feel like I should have talked about this either here on 420 in Vegas. If you guys are not subscribed and listening, please do that. They drop every Monday. I'm not in charge of those, so they actually come out when they're supposed to, unless they don't know how to do something with the record button. And I know you listening, and I love you, but I'm just saying. Anyway, so I don't know if I shared this, but there was a fucking dude, a husband, right? And he has his family, his kids, wife, and he drives their car off of a cliff called the Devil's Slide, off of the PCH, which if you guys don't know what that is, Pacific Coast Highway. Why I like say it so fast, like I was super confident on what it was, and I had to like calculate and like figure out what it was. Anyway, maybe it's coastal. I don't know, but it's the PCH. If you know, you know. Anyway, so they're in a Tesla and he intentionally fucking hits a hard left and fucking just drives off of the cliff. The cliff. The cliff. Okay, anyway. So drives off the fucking cliff. Definitely was trying to kill the whole family and himself. I'm assuming himself, unless he got like a super I don't know. I've never been in a Tesla. I don't really know how the seatbelts, if they're like special, if they're like made of something that like my seatbelts are not made of. But I just I have this feeling that like when you just make a hard left in a car, like you're not really planning on getting out of that car. You feel what I'm saying? The thing is and again, if I told you guys this, it's okay. Just run it back with me so I can give you the update. The thing is that nobody fucking died down there. And again, this part of the fucking highway is called the Devil's Slide. Everybody who went down to that fucking location to do like the rescuing and shit, everybody said that they weren't supposed to be alive. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, whatever his intentions were, that's what was supposed to happen. And for some whatever reason, or God or wins, or that's God too. Like whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, whatever happened, none of them died. So he is everybody obviously to rush to the hospital. He's handcuffed to the fucking thing, mostly because his wife, as she was being rescued, basically screamed, "He intentionally ran us off the fucking road," or he intentionally tried to kill us, I think were her words. And this is what she says to the first responders. And like I said, nobody died. Everybody's recovering and things like that. But obviously, the prosecution wants to, or the state, right? The state prosecutor, yeah, they want to fucking charge him like with fucking attempted, is it familicide, when you fucking try to kill your whole family or whatever the fuck. um I don't know exactly what they're trying to charge him with. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, I don't know, but everybody was real fucked up except the youngest kid. He escaped with like minor injuries, but um I don't know, like he went up and pled not guilty and was limping. Everybody was fucked up, is what I'm saying. Like, and I'm gonna have to. I feel like if you guys, his name is Dharmesh Patel. If you guys Google his name, you will see that car, and there's no way that people were supposed to make it out of that fucking car. Like it did, like that car looks like it did everything except blow the fuck up, right? Um, Anyway, and it is Pacific Coast, not Pacific Coastal, but either way, I think it could have worked. Anyway, PCH, if you know, if you know. Anyway, so his wife is not cooperating with prosecution. And you're like, what? Because she said to the first responders that he definitely tried to kill them, right? Boom. And then he definitely tried to kill them. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts. Like, there's no way. Like, unless you were on self-driving and your self-driving car just wanted to murder your whole family. I don't really know. I do know, and you did that. But like, she is basically saying, like, don't send this to trial. Like, basically, she feels like she can fix whatever is the cause of him running them off the road. Like, what kind of woman do you think that you would have to be able to fix a nigga that hard lefted you? Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, and we're not talking about on the app. We're talking about like off a fucking cliff. Like, he tried to fucking unalive you and your babies. Like, for what? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what happened? Like, whatever it is, she knows what it is and she feels like she can fix it. The prosecution, though, is like, that's cool, girl. It's real cute. And we really appreciate the fucking unconditional love that you have for your man, because that's what you promised to God about. But sis, we're definitely going to still try him. And this is real cute. But stay in that hospital bed because there's still some stuff wrong with you. Like maybe we should get you your head checked out, because what the fuck, right? But anyway, so I wanted to give you guys that update because that shit was so crazy. Speaking of Teslas, I don't know if you guys, okay, so I don't have to tell y'all, and I'm sorry if I get a little bit nasally. Like I said, I don't know. I don't know what's happening to me. Anyway, um uh I know that I've told you guys now that like I'm super addicted to TikTok. I've admitted it on my show, probably a couple of other people's shows. I feel like at this point, um, it I, it's the fucking bee's knees. Like, it literally just like knows the kind of stuff I'm looking for. Like right now, Housewives of Potomac is really important to me, and it's giving all of the tea. All the tea pages is like, it's just, I don't know what the fuck. I'm sure that algorithm knows way too much about me, like possibly more than I know about myself. But I love that fucking app. It's so funny, and it's like, you don't have to, I mean, you do end up spending like so much of your time on it, but like you really don't have to and like you can spend like not a lot of time on there and get like so much information. And then you can also spend a little bit of time on there and just see stuff that you never want to see. Anyway, I live and I love for it all. There is a girl, her TikTok is Tornisha, maybe, I think Tornisha. I can't remember. Anyway, um, yeah, Tornisha 2340. Like torn, a piece of paper. Isha, how you think that's probably spelled, but with the HIA and then those numbers. So basically, it's her daughter's sweet 16, and I should play it for you guys. No, I don't want to play it for you guys. Not because I don't want to. It's just because like I have a bunch of other stuff to get to, and I'm like kind of on time crunch. Anyway, but you guys can find it. Literally, just type in like 16-year-old doesn't want Tesla or something like that, and you will fucking find it. But her mother has a red bow on a Tesla, a balloon attached to the driver's side, and she comes in the house and she's like, "Homegirl," because I don't remember her name. I have a surprise for you. It's your birthday, sis. Like, cover your eyes, come outside. Like, it's giving my sweet 16 already. Like, let me just say, nobody covered my eyes for shit when I was 16 years old. Like, I got a fucking cake with B2K on it and had to tell all of my best friends of all of my life that I was moving across the country. So that's what I did for my 16th birthday. So already a nigga telling me to close my eyes on my 16th birthday. I'm excited. Okay. Like, okay. Okay. So, she covers her eyes. They walk her outside. She opens her eyes, and her mother bought her a brand new black Tesla. I'm not a super Tesla thirsty girl, right? I live in a place where they have an underground tunnel for them, so that can kind of give you an idea of how many of those motherfuckers are out here. So I'm not like super like in love with Teslas like a lot of people are, and that's cool if that's your thing. I think EVs are awesome, and I will probably upgrade my car to an EV and probably just keep the same kind of car that I have, but just be EV. But I don't Teslas don't really fucking rock my, you know what I'm saying? Like tickle my, I don't know. But I guess I'm only saying that because I'm 30 fucking 6 and I've had like 4 or 5 cars now, like, and whatever. But anyway, this girl, as a girl who's never had no kind of nothing, right? Never paid for nothing on her own, wasn't gonna be paying for this. She opens her eyes to a black Tesla and she's like, and if you guys are listening, y'all can't see my face, but it's giving annoyed little black girl. Okay. So now y'all know what it looked like. But she's like, I don't want this. Like, I asked you for a pink Mercedes. And she's like, okay, well, I couldn't get you a pink Mercedes. Like, so what's wrong with Tesla? And then she's like, I don't want no car that I have to be like plugging up. Like, bitch, what? So you would rather a car that you would have to like put gas in? Like, you act like, bitch, she's acting like she got to plug up the car every time she goes somewhere. Like, bitch, plug the car up in at the house, right? Or if I'm sure if your mama buying you a brand new fucking Tesla, she could go ahead and buy you the fucking EV fucking plug in the house. But she's like, I don't want to be doing that. She acts like she got to, every time she goes to a store, she got to like charge it like a fucking Matchbox car or whatever fuck. But anyway, then she's like, then on the driver's side there's an envelope and she's like, and what is this? And she opens it up. It's $1,600. Okay. A nigga can give me $1,600 right now, and I'm like, oh, they love you. You know what I'm saying? Like, so the fact that like, nigga, I don't even think I touched 16. I know I didn't. Had never touched $1,600 at 16 years old. You feel what I'm saying? Like, so she's like, $1,600, this little money, like not little money, bitch. Who are your parents? Like, I low-key wanted her mother to like turn the fucking camera around and show me who are you that $1,600 is like not a lot of money. Her mother was like very upset. And like, that's super, like, why wouldn't she be upset? Like, why is your fucking, I don't know, bro. And her little brother was like so excited for her. And she's just like, she gave the keys back. She handed the $600 to her little brother, and she went back in the house. And she said, "You gave me this little money, and you didn't even get the car that I wanted." But it's like, bitch, she didn't bring a Pinto. Like, and I guess those don't exist anymore. But like, bitch, she didn't bring you a fucking Forte. Like, do those exist anymore? I don't know. I guess I'm saying like a little boot car. Like, she didn't bring you no bullshit. Like, she brought you a nice ass car. Like, if there's one thing I love about the Tesla, like that, I mean, besides the EV part, I guess, like, because like I said, they're not my jam, but like that fucking big ass touchscreen, like that alone, I'm like, what? Come on, stop it. Anyway, so I don't know to tell you guys about your kids, but I wish the fuck mine would. Like, I don't even like a Tesla. I wouldn't even like trust my kids with that as a car, as like their first car. Like, I don't think so. These niggas be trying to be like really like on the game and shit instead of driving, like for real. No. Anyway, so speaking of kids that don't deserve to be here, I'm just kidding. I am a little upset, right? Because they've been like talking about male birth control for a while now, right? And saying how it was going to come out and blah blah blah. And they keep stalling on the like production of it, or there's always something pulling back. And what I've realized is that without like giving y'all like a whole fucking like history fucking like story, like, because I read a whole fucking bunch, but basically the gist of it is the reason why that male contraceptive pill hasn't contraception pill has not come out yet really is because all of the hormones or all of the like things inside of the pill that they give us, right? So whether it be the depot shot or actual pill or the fucking Nexplanon in your arm, all of the things that like have negative side effects to us, so like weight gain, right, loss of appetite or fucking increasing of appetite, or like there, honestly the list is so broad because it really varies from like woman to woman. Like for my example, like like my birth control never really fluctuated my weight, but like my best friends, like it'll super fluctuate her weight. So like it's very different for all of us and all of our bodies and shit. But basically, all of the things that are in birth control that gives us negative side effects, they're trying to, the reason that they're not making the male one is because they don't want that for them. Does that, like, do y'all hear what I'm saying? Like, they don't want men to have they don't want them to have the side effects of the pill that they're still like pumping into us. Like, and I'm not a fucking anti birth control person at all. So like, please don't come for me there. But like, all of the things that they say they can't remove from our birth control in order for it to stay effective is the reason why they still won't come out with the male contraception pill, is because they can't remove those without it working. So they'd rather y'all not have one than to worry about weight. Listen, this fucking patriarchy is so fucking fucked. It doesn't even make sense. Like, this is what we crying about. This is what we crying about. Like, come on, y'all. Anyway, I just thought that was interesting. But like, seriously, the BBC has a really, really good article. It's called "The Weird Reason There Still Isn't a Male Contraceptive Pill." Please, like, if y'all have like 10 minutes, like, go read that shit. Like, it's very interesting. Like, a lot of fucking fact finding and like pulling specific like ethics questions and shit like that. Like, it's basically very like, just like a lot of things in life, just very double standard when it comes to men versus women, right? These are things good enough to put into our body, even though they have bad fucking repercussions, right? But too bad to put in their bodies. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, y'all don't hear me. All right, let me move on. Okay. Imagine you are in a wedding, right? Because y'all know this is my favorite thing to do, is to tell y'all to imagine stuff. Okay, so imagine you're in a wedding, and I'll even go one further, and I'll give you more specific details. Imagine you're in your sister's wedding, or for men's cases, did I say men's? Yeah, no, I'm sorry. It was giving Andrew Caldwell for a second. Anyway, or your brother's wedding, right? And you are diabetic. Okay, so you have certain medical equipment that you need, right? I'm sorry. Because this shit is so stupid to me. Okay, I'm gonna just tell y'all where I got this from. Y'all know I love Reddit. Am I the asshole thread, right? And the question is, am I the asshole for refusing to remove my medical equipment during my sister's wedding? So this person has two medical devices that they have to wear. They have to wear a blood sugar monitor on one arm and an insulin pump on the other, like hardcore diabetic, right? Whatever. She says that they're both really small, under 2 inches, and obviously we know that they're working to like help regulate her fucking blood sugar levels, right? So they were trying on dresses, and her sister goes, hey, because the gowns are gonna like be sleeveless, the fucking devices look ugly as fuck on, like, in my pictures, so I'd want you to take them off. And her sister said no. Her sister then told her mother on her, and they were all like taking her the bride's side and basically saying that you should take them off for your sister because your sister's only gonna have this wedding one time, right? Her mom even told her to like move them like down, like to her stomach. I guess you can like move them around. And she says that she's tried before, but it's very uncomfortable. Um, she says when she puts the little sticky things on for it to stick, that those usually stick for like 10 days. Like, and she doesn't want to have one like a sticky part of her stomach for 9 days. You know what I'm saying? Just because of for a couple of hours. So basically she's basically saying, I definitely didn't fucking want to do that. And so she was asking if she was an asshole. I definitely don't think that she was an asshole, because like it's not like it's not like a fucking annoying like puka shell like necklace. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or it's not like waist beads or something like that. Like some shit like that, like I might ask you to remove it if it's gonna be interfering with my pictures. But like never would I be like, oh hey, cousin that has oxygen, or friend who has oxygen, or mom who has oxygen, can you please breathe regular while you walk down the aisle, because I don't want that in my video. Like, what are you saying? What kind of monsters? Y'all are fucking monsters. Okay, you guys are fucking monsters. But basically, hold on, let me see what happened. Okay, so basically she called her grandpa. She got an update on here. So she called her grandpa. Her grandpa came down, drove an hour. He wouldn't even come to the wedding, apparently. I don't even know what that's about. That's another story. He drove and told his daughter that he was very disappointed in her, talking about the mom. And told everybody else they being fucking ridiculous, and she fucking needs that shit, and y'all can suck his dick, and that's it. So obviously everybody says that she is not the asshole, and yeah, I mean, and it's not like I don't even think that these things are like super huge. Like they can't be. They're like she said they're like 2 inches tall. Like that can't be that big of a deal. Make her wear a shawl, right? Why couldn't you just make her wear a shawl or something if you really didn't want it in your picture? I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, let's move on. All right. So A Texas school official had to resign, or he decided to resign. Well, I feel like he would have had to resign because a third grader found his gun in the bathroom. And I'm very confused at like why his gun was in the bathroom in the fucking first place. His name is Robbie Studeville. He stepped down this past Monday. Basically, he said that a student came upon he came upon his firearm in the bathroom and immediately notified a teacher about it without moving it or touching it. He said that he was using the restroom and he removed his gun and put it in the stall where it remained unattended for about 15 minutes. Is it? Oh, it's Texas. So people just be rooting and tooting over there. Like they just be having just guns like just all over the place. Like that's just like if you're not the fucking like he was a superintendent. Like he wasn't security. Like, why are you rooting and tooting in the toilet? Like, what is happening? Anyway, a lot of the problem is that, or another one of the strong reasons why he resigned is because parents were upset because it happened last month and they're just now hearing about it. So, but I just don't understand why you got to be rooting and tooting like as a school superintendent. Like, are you even supposed to be there long enough? Why ain't you supposed to be like walking in the hallways and smiling? You're supposed to be like doing all. I don't understand. Anyway, let's move on. So fucking dumb. Speaking of other dumb shit, first of all, I feel like the universe is trying to like force Eminem on me again. And I'm not interested. I'm not 14 no more. I don't have teen angst anymore, and I don't like it. But anyway, so y'all know that he's Slim Shady or whatever the fuck. And time for, remember how I said I loved Potomac right now? The girls from Reasonably Shady, Giselle Bryant and Robin Dixon, were trying to file for copyright, or excuse me, trademarking the name Reasonably Shady for their entertainment brand, but Marshall Mathers holds trademarks for both Shady and Slim Shady, which is weird because like, isn't like Shady just don't seem like, I mean, I guess people be trademarking stuff that to me just doesn't feel like you can trademark that shit. Like, can't nobody call themselves Slim Shady or Shady, but like Slim Shady fine, but like Shady, like anyway. And he is saying that if they file that it would create an unavoidable confusion, leading consumers to believe that the brand is in some way connected or associated with the Slim Shady empire. Y'all know what I'm about to say. Do y'all know what I'm about to say? Marshall, nigga. Don't nobody give a fuck about you, bro. I'm looking into the microphone. That's why I'm turning my head. But nobody in 2023 is like, oh, they're affiliated with Eminem. Like, who is even, oh, God, who? Okay, what adult? Let me say that maybe there's like a 12-year-old right now just super upset with his mom, like listening to you. Like, do you even have new music? Like, I'm so confused, sir. Like, Ariana, why are you here? Like, and trust me, I am not taking up for Giselle or fucking Robin with they fucking with their weirdo asses. Like, I don't, the fact that they even have a podcast is like so whack to me. Like, a lot of people that consider themselves to be celebrities or celebrities that have podcasts, I think are very whack, but that's not for this time. It is for another time. No one is going to think that these niggas are affiliated with you, Marshall. Like, nobody even affiliates you with you anymore. Like, oh my God. Like, I am not 13 no more. I don't care about you cleaning out your closet. I don't care about your mama's spaghetti. It sounds like a terrible recipe, but I don't care is what I'm saying. And I really don't think anybody else cares either, Marshall. But anyway. All right, let's move on. Nordstrom is under fire because Khloe Kardashian's brand Good American. She makes like jeans and shit. If you haven't seen them, they're actually pretty cute. I'm positive that they're like too overpriced. I'll never probably look to go buy them, but they look good on her, right? And I've seen people and they look good, right? Okay, cool. And they get a lot of like snaps and claps because they do have a lot of different like varieties of jeans. So maybe I could look, you know what I'm saying? But like they have something to fit like every bit. Like any bitch should be able to get a pair of Good American jeans, right? Um as far as being able to fit in them. Not I don't know how much they are. Anyway, so um Nordstrom's is trying to, or not Nordstrom's, just Nordstrom's. A lot of people are trying to make it easier for you to shop on their websites for Black owned companies and shit like that, right? So I guess Nordstrom's has a drop down or whatever, or a filter where you can find Black owned brands, and Good American is in that section. And niggas lost their shit. Initially, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Initially, I was like, "Oh my god, does this mean that OJ's really her dad?" Like, I mean, whatever. I'm gonna let that go because OJ said it's not true. So even though I don't know, I don't believe it. Anyway, but it actually is like, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because I know y'all don't think that Khloe just got a whole line to herself. Like I don't think any of these girls like really have lines to themselves. Just like is Kim really the only person in charge of Skims, or is there like a co-founder or something like that? I don't know. But anyway, but Good American is technically a Black owned business because the co-founder of the brand is named Emma Greed. She is a Black woman. It's either Greed or Greed. I'm gonna say it's Greed, a Black woman, and she's the company CEO. So I think when you'll see, I don't know. Ooh, I don't know. Can you do that? I don't know. What are the stipulations of really being a Black owned company? Like, does the founder need to be Black? Is the CEO Black? And like, that's a good question. That's a good question. But yeah, like, she's been Emma's been in a lot of like magazines and outlets, like as the CEO of Good American. So it's very interesting how people just automatically jump to conclusions. But I get it. It's because when you think of Good American or you hear a Good American, you only think about Khloe, I guess. But it was her idea, and then kind of Khloe kind of got in on it. So everybody just hold on to your tits, guys. It's okay. Anyway, all right, let's move on. Okay, this is probably one of the funniest fucking stories that I heard, and I feel like I know you hear that fucking spooky ass door. Anyway, it's just Josh trying to slowly move out, but not doing a good job. Anyway, so a New York man, and okay, yeah, a New York man accidentally goes to Sydney, Montana instead of Sydney, Australia. First of all, did y'all even know that there was a Sydney, Montana? Also, are we about to look up facts about Sydney, Montana? Maybe, because I have a little bit of time left before I have to get my kid. So let's see. Okay, so um first of all, you know that this ticket was $82 because who the fuck is going to Sydney, Montana, right? Oh my god. So let's look at the story because this is crazy. Okay, um, so he's looking for to get out of New York, obviously, especially now because it's like cold and shit, right? He thought he booked. I mean, there's no story, y'all. He literally thought he was going to Montana. He thought he was going to Sydney, Australia, and he went to Sydney, Montana. And the reason he could tell was because the fucking plane that he was getting in was like the smallest fucking plane he had ever seen in his whole life. Um, let's see. Let's look at Sydney. So Let me see what kind of fucking vacation he was about to have. It's only 6,000 people in this place. It lies around the Yellowstone River. I don't know if that's like a thing. Is that like next to the park? I don't know. Is that close to the park? I don't know. But anyway, it doesn't look like any place that I would want a vacation. Oh, excuse me, 6,300 people. Yeah, I don't know what he was thinking of doing. It's a farming and ranching and oil town. They only have 4 public schools, which is what? Okay, the plus side though is that it's like 68 degrees there right now. He could have had fun. Anyway, so he's so yeah. Let's see. Hold on a second. Because okay, so I don't know if you guys are familiar with like airport codes, or if you like look on your like boarding passes and you see that the 3-letter thing. So like if you go to LA, it's LAX. If you go to Chicago, it's MDW, or what is it? OH. I forgot what O'Hare is. But anyway, if you come here, it's LAS, right? I'm trying to figure out if he thought, I don't know. I don't know what he thought. He just obviously just spelled it incorrectly, right? Like he had to have spelled it wrong. Let me see. Airport. Oh, see, no. See, okay. So I was just telling you about the 3 letters that you see on your boarding pass. It's called your like airport code, right? So Sydney, Australia's airport code is SYD, like Sydney, right? And then Sydney Richland Airport, which is in Sydney, Montana, which is where he ended up, is SDY. So I guess if you are not a person familiar with airport codes, you might get that mixed up. But he could have also just spelled it right. But that's neither here nor there. Anyway, guys, that's the end of the episode. Thank you guys for hanging out with me and being so patient while I came back. While I fucking figure my shit out. So I'm back on track, I think. I will try to be more transparent. I feel like I do. I'm just like always on my Twitter account. So if you guys are ever looking for updates on like why the fuck I haven't posted, go check Twitter, because that's probably where you're gonna find out. Like I said, I'm gonna release this today, so just bear with me for a few hours while I handle some things. But it's time for the one up for the week, guys. I saw this hilarious ass post. It was like some of like the most epic inspirational yearbook quotes, and a little boy by the name of Keegan Large. He looks like a goofy, but this is his quote in his yearbook, and this is the one up for the week, and I feel it. Okay, so Keegan says, "You can catch flies with honey, but you catch more honeys being fly." That shit was hilarious to me. So that's your one up for the week. Listen to Keegan's wise words, and have a good week, and I'll see you guys next time. All right, bye.